On to a special report. Ukraine is under another massive Russian aerial assault. Missiles, drones raining down as explosions tear through several parts. At least 9 people dead, more than 50 have been injured. And now President Zelensky is warning that the Kremlin could be preparing to throw another 5 lakh troops into the war. A fresh wave of strikes, a possible mass mobilization. Is Russia also preparing for a decisive new phase? Our next report telling you more.
The night sky over Ukraine is lit up by explosions. Missiles strike across the darkness. Drones swarm towards their targets. Air defense systems roar into action as cities brace for another deadly Russian attack. The latest barrage has once again pushed the war into a dangerous new phase. Russia has launched a mass aerial assault using a combination of missiles and drones hitting targets across Ukraine. Kyiv says Russia launched 74 missiles, 284 drones at Ukraine. Capital Kyiv was among the cities targeted. Kyiv residents crowded into an underground metro station to take shelter.
They should withdraw their troops and the war will end. We're defending ourselves. I'm from Zaporizhia and it's very difficult there right now. My parents are still there and we're in touch. They're hiding as well at this very moment.
A Russian strike hit residential buildings in the western Ukrainian city of Lviv. Residents watched as emergency crews searched through rubble and climbed ladders to extinguish fires.
I was terrified watching the rescuers go beneath those concrete slabs. I'm very proud of them. I'm proud that we have rescuers who aren't afraid to go into situations where those slabs could collapse on them. I'm proud that we have such brave men. That's all.
NATO and European leaders openly blamed Russia for firing a missile that blasted a 33-foot crater inside Polish territory during its latest mass attack on Ukraine. Ukraine has been under relentless pressure from the air, but Kyiv is also striking back. Ukrainian forces have stepped up attacks against targets inside Russia, using long-range drones to hit military and strategic infrastructure. The battlefield is becoming increasingly defined by long-range strikes. President Volodymyr Zelensky is warning that something much bigger could be coming. He fears that Russia could mobilize up to 500,000 additional troops. Such a mobilization would dramatically increase Moscow's ability to sustain and expand its offensive operations. A larger force could allow Moscow to rotate exhausted units, reinforce existing fronts, and potentially open new areas of attack. And that is exactly what Ukraine fears. The concern is that Russia could combine manpower with its growing missile and drone campaign. One attack from the air, another from the ground, and potentially hundreds of thousands of additional soldiers behind it. For Ukraine, this is a race against time. Kyiv is trying to strengthen its air defenses, replenish ammunition, and maintain its long-range strike campaign.
Elon Musk's AI company, XAI, has sued the US state of Minnesota, reportedly challenging a landmark law that would basically make it the first state to ban AI nudification tools on websites and apps. The lawsuit reportedly was filed just days before the law is due to take effect. The legislation would basically hold AI platform operators liable for allowing users to create fake nude images of real people using AI. XAI reportedly said it supports banning the non-consensual distribution of AI-generated nudes, but reportedly argues that Minnesota's law goes too far. The company said the law could restrict constitutionally protected content and impose fines of up to $500,000 for each violation. XAI also reportedly argued that the law does not provide a safe harbor for companies that make good faith efforts to prevent abuse. It said the legislation could even apply to images created or approved by the person depicted. Minnesota Attorney General defended the law, saying AI-generated nude images created without consent cause serious personal, emotional, and professional harm. The case could become an important test as well of how far the US states can actually go when it comes to regulating AI under constitutional free speech protections. XAI said Grok's terms of service already prohibit users from creating non-consensual nude or sexually explicit images of real people. The company said it enforces those rules through account suspensions and has introduced geo-blocking and other safeguards to restrict such content where required by law. In Rio, Brazil, discarded human hair is being used to clear oil spills as the bay there faces serious depletion of marine life. An innovative solution has come forth that involves bundling of hair to form sausage-like filter tubes to absorb the oil there. 10 participating hair salons in Rio collect the leftover hair clippings from clients and then provide it to the environmental researchers. They fill sausage-shaped fabric tubes with these diverse hair types to create specialized filters that are then placed strategically across the bay in Rio de Janeiro. These tubes are attached to existing floating orange trash barriers to prevent pollution from actually entering local mangroves. The barriers can remain effective in the sea for up to 4 months, combating ongoing pollution from boats and illegal dumping as well. Absorbing enormous amounts of oil, each gram of hair, in fact, can absorb 5 grams of oil, offering a sustainable new tool against severe marine pollution as well.
The idea is the oil that flows here be absorbed by that hair barrier, so they are attached to the orange rubbish barrier, which floats, and we use it as support for the Fiotra barrier.
We use hairs of different formats of different kinds of people, and we can make these filters, which is the application you just saw placed in Guanabara Bay, preventively to filter out oil, biodiesel, and other substances that pollute the water.
Heavy shipping traffic and boat activity have long plagued the bay with oil spills and garbage. Traditional fishing communities suffer. Oil spills damage marine life up to 1.5 meters below the surface, causing fish populations to plummet in the water body. Out of Rio's 20 native crab species, only 7 survive in the heavily polluted mangroves.
Generally, oil can have the effect of waterproofing the gills, which can suffocate and kill the animal, and it can have other physiological effects on the animal's body and organs in general.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.